Hello, fellow citizens of the internet. It's me. Human beings were born with fingers, and we have used these tools in many useful and various circumstances such as peeling oranges and counting. And we have developed a whole number system that is used internationally. And when there is a system full of items, of course, they can be ranked. Therefore, I am here to rank the numbers from 1 to 10 today. The criteria here are simple. The number's usefulness to daily life, the number's uniqueness, and as always, the general coolness factor will all be considered. So let us get started. At number 10, at the lowliest spot, we have 7. Although in some parts of the world, 7 is treated as a lucky number, it is just not fundamentally very cool. All the numbers line up to be cool in various ways. 1 is the first number, 5 is a convenient middle ground, 8 is too cute, and 4 times 2, oozing symmetrical beauty, and then you have 7. It is odd, like 5, but it is not easy to count out 7 instantly. If you see 7 of something, you are not sure at first glance if it is really 7 or if it is really 8 or if it is a horde of elephants or birds. It is indistinct, bulky, and clumsy. It is thus the 7-headed black sheep of the numbers. At number 9, we have 6. 6 is the beginning of the end, by which I mean it is the beginning of the inconvenient range of numbers, and it is one of the most highly inconvenient even in that category. Its divisibility by 2 and 3 does not save it from the problem of making estimation difficult, and just generally being pretty boring. Although I would love to have 6 fingers, 6 is just not interesting enough for me. It does not do anything. When was the last time you saw a hexagon in your life? At number 8, we have 9. The single highest digit number, allowing us to stop at the breaking point, to reach our maxima before we erupt into excess. 9 is as beautiful as a trembling volcano. The mirror image of 6 is indeed a pretty decent number. But it is still fairly clunky, so it remains towards the bottom part of the list. At number 7, we are finally starting to escape the clunkier parts of the tier list. Not as clunky as 7 or 6 or 9, but instead symmetric, like the beautiful rings of Saturn. This is 8. There are 8 vertices forming a cube, which appears everywhere in the world. 8 is stability, composition, and beauty, all in one. At number 6 is to extend from 8, even more foundational in symmetry. 4. A very convenient number, the first number to be divisible by another number besides 1 and itself. 4 is the emblem of stability. 4 legs, 4 corners, a perfect square. Everything is rectangular, from chessboards to my monitor to Cheez-It boxes. Everything is perfect. Everything is 4. At number 5, we have 10. It may seem strange that I am putting the highest number 10 so low. It is how many fingers we have after all. The problem with 10 is that it has an identity crisis. You see, 10 is not really 10. It does not exist as 10. It is but a ghost of itself. 10 is the first 2-digit number in base 10. Therefore, it is simply 1, but shifted to the left by 1 digit. You can do the same and shift 10 again to get 100. The basis of the base 10 system is not 10 but 0 and 1. But still 10 is nice and convenient and round, and without 10 we would not have top 10 lists, so we shall still put it in a decent spot. Number 4, we have 5. The highest of the numbers that are easy to count. It is always easy to know whether there are 5 or 4 of something. Very convenient, and it is also a middle ground, a mediator between 10 and 20, or 50 and 60, a middle of the road number that does not offend, but stands boldly for what it is proud of. 5 oozes pride. It is the middle, and the middle is the heart of the matter, and therefore 5 is number 4. At number 3, we have 3. A fundamental unit of counting and 50% more efficient than counting by 2s. All storytelling begins with a 3. Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Hansel and Gretel and the witch. It is just more effective to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Or 3 angles in a triangle. There is beautiful symmetry in this asymmetrical oddball of a number. 3 is a rugged, dogged number. It even looks like an 8 that has had the left half of its face chewed off by 7. And at number 2 we have the simplest number. But sometimes simple is effective. Why hunt with a hawk when a sparrow will do? This is 1. 1 must earn a high spot because it is the starting point of the numbers. You can form all other numbers by adding 1 to itself enough times. No number is an island, except for 1. And at number 1, the hint of this was coming with the breeze. It was also on this Cheez-It box, as you see. 2 wings for every bird in the sky, 2 eyes, 2 lips, 2 hands, 2 feet. 2 is the basis of our existence. You might think that without 1, there could not be 2, and that might be true, but it is the existence of 2 that enables us to think of 1 as more than itself. If there were nothing to follow 1, there would be no meaning to the idea of adding 1 to itself. Counting, addition, all mathematics, and thus all reason and logic and physics come from 2. We get married into pairs of 2. 2 is like the donation of your kidney. It is the symbol of love and the basis of all thought. The world exists because just as the moon is split in twain every month, so are our hearts and brains split into 2, and they form and reform into pairs to create, to arrange, and even to rank.